Hey guys, Matt here. This is my review of Tower Heist. Now this movie is directed by Ratner, the man who brought us the Rush Hour trilogy as well as the third X-Men movie. And this movie stars Ben Stiller, Eddie Murphy, Alda, Casey Affleck, Matthew Broderick with Michael Pena, Leoni, and Gabourey Sidibe. Now if you haven't seen the trailer, the plot of the movie is all these hotel workers work hard for their boss, Arthur Shaw, played by Alda. And they trust him so much that they actually invest all their money into him. But the problem is, he lost it all. So a couple of the staff get together and they decide, hey, we're going to get our money back, and then some. Now, when I saw the trailer to this movie, I saw Ben Stiller and I saw Eddie Murphy, and I thought this will be a great pairing of two comedy legends. And then I saw Alda, and I was sold. And then I saw Casey Affleck and Matthew Broderick and Gabourey Sidibe, and I got kind of worried because they're not the funniest of actors. And I saw the movie, and I shouldn't have worried because Matthew Broderick and Casey Affleck actually gave some of the best lines in the movie. And I gotta say, Ben Stiller really pulled it off as the main character in this movie. Eddie Murphy, great job on his part. I'm glad Ratner didn't go with Chris Tucker for his role and kept Eddie Murphy, because this movie actually, made people go, oh yeah, I remember Eddie Murphy. I remember he can be funny. And he didn't overdo it in this movie like he did in the Shrek movies, because Eddie Murphy is in the movie, but he's not one of the main characters and is not constantly on screen. He actually has this, he's actually categorized as like this hardcore thug gangster guy. He pulls it off well, because though he does yell a lot, and though he does talk fast like he normally does, or like Vince Vaughn does, he pulls it off well. Leoni as the FBI agent and Ben Stiller's kind of love interest, she did a good job. I'm glad she wasn't in a completely silly role and not too dramatic. She was, the cop willing to bend the rules and not put 2 plus 2 together right away and outsmart everybody. She did a good job. Gabourey Sidibe as the maid, she really could have been played by anybody else. I mean, if Whoopi Goldberg was younger, she could have played that role. Even Wanda Sykes could have played her role, because she just gave off the lines, and with her Jamaican accent, it really wasn't anything to write home about. Michael Pena, who's had small roles in a bunch of comedies, I'm really glad he was in this, because he had some quite funny lines as well. I mean, he played a guy who wasn't all there upstairs, so he kind of took a break from his dramatic roles in like Lincoln Lawyer and Battle Los Angeles, and he actually surprised me. He played kind of a idiot type guy, but still, that didn't keep the stuff from coming out of his mouth from being hilarious. Now, since Ratner did this movie, the movie wasn't too dramatic and action-packed, and it wasn't too silly. It was just like the Rush Hour movies. It was, the pacing was pretty good, and, you had some funny, silly, quirky, impractical moments, but still, the movie was overall enjoyable. Now, I've got to say, I mean, this movie was a lot like Ocean's 13, but a silly version, and it didn't take itself too seriously. So, for a rating of a 1 to a 5, I'm going to give this movie a 3.5, because there were a couple moments where I laughed out loud, because the remarks between the characters are so witty and so quick and just was really well written. So, and seeing as though this is my 100th video, I want to thank all you YouTubers and Facebook friends for commenting, subscribing, friending me, and even viewing my videos, because if it wasn't for you guys and your support, I wouldn't be grabbing my camera and pushing record. So, I enjoy doing this for you guys. I really hope you enjoy viewing them. So, I'll be making more videos in the future. I hope you're there to watch them. Till next time, guys. See ya.